Good afternoon. I am going to show you, or actually good evening, I'm going to show you how to do some work. This evening, dealing with creating a network diagram for your computer network. We have a lot of different items here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 PCs, 2 switches, a router, a printer or server, and 3 more PCs. So you have a very large list of items. Okay, you want to have created a form of some sort. That will let you keep track of things. If you have any knowledge of Access, the Access database for Word or for Office, it is an awesome one. This is just a basic Excel one I put together in like 2 seconds. You're going to have a place for your device name, a location, and this location could be much more in-depth than this. You could have one that's like North Office or North Building, and then you go through Office 123, Computer 1, Computer 2, or whatever. So you can get pretty advanced with this. That's why Access works so well. Here's where I have both brand and model put together. The operating system, and this will be important especially for the switches and the router, because they have to be able to communicate, and it never hurts to have that information in one central database about all your different PCs. There are only what, 7 PCs here. You could have 100 PCs, and if you have to know, I've got 20 over here that are XP. I have 17 over there that are all the way back at Windows ME, so they're going to need to be fixed, etc., etc. It's just really important to have this somewhere, and to keep it updated. Here with this network diagram, you've got space for your IP address, your connectivity, the whole bit. I mean, there's just lots of space here. You'll see that to save time, I saved us all some time, and I copied stuff right off of the diagram for us. But you would just come in here. You're going to be asking, where did I find the information? Okay, there's 2 ways to get some of this information. You can hover over, and you can see in this picture there's already there is already a model here, a PC here, and I can get my gateway address, my DNS server, gives me a location, gives me a lot of stuff. Or you can click on it, and again, you have to be patient sometimes, because I opened it and then I minimized it by being quick off the draw. And I'm not actually going off, if you're following the steps at the side, I'll go with the steps that are on the side. So we're just going to start at router 0. Okay, so we're looking at router 0. We're going to go to config, and we're going to look at a lot of these settings here. Okay, here's where you could get information. Here is our display name. Okay, so there's our global settings. Algorithm settings. This is not something most of us will worry about right away. Okay, static routes. We don't have any routes yet. RIP routes. Okay, and lots of little information. Here's some of the cool stuff. The fast Ethernet information. Okay, so we could look at these various items. Another place you could get this information is the CLI. But there's just tons of information in here. You can just sort of scroll through the various things. So now we're going to go to switch 1. Okay, so this one looks a little different. There's that basic information, no modules we're going to add because they're already there. Okay, so for your switch, we're going to go to the CLI. And hit enter so we can get to our command. Let's try show running dash config. Invalid, so we're not at the right we're not at the right prompt, so we type en to go into privileged exec. Show running dash config. Okay, so we get some interesting information. The nice thing is that we can scroll up and down. So our duplex is full on fast Ethernet 1, 2. Gives us some information. I'm going to hit more and we'll get more information. So you'll just go down through here and you'll find all sorts of information. It's telling us what type of internet interfaces are ready. So this has got a lot of space, 23, 24, and then it has 2 gigabit. The VLAN interface, the IP address for that is there. I'm just gonna got a little quick here. We ended here, so you can find out a lot of information there. Okay, so we're gonna close that. Look at switch 2. Okay, this has got quite a bit of information too. Click the config. We can find lots of information here. Look at our physical tab, there's not much, so most of your information has to come from here. Alright. Our interface is a fast Ethernet. So lots of cool information. Okay, and if you're looking at that old list, I already put a bunch of that in for you. Real quick, we're going to come in here to packet tracer if I can get my little thing to work right here. So for switch 2, we'll go back into switch 2 here. Okay, so here was our global settings. Our CLI, we could type in some stuff here. Sorry, not clicking correctly today. So we got lots of space. Our VLAN database, looks like a lot of it isn't configured yet. So our settings, our Cisco Switch 2 is our name. Right. But then you're just going to go through here. It's like we're in module 4. Okay, West Sky 4. click the config tab, and here's where it gets really easy to actually go in and fill out this piece of paperwork. Okay, for 4, here is our gateway address and our DNS server. Okay, our interface, here's our MAC address. We have a static IP address. Okay, in here we could activate our software, but we're not going to. Our IP configuration. Don't yet have an IP address, so you couldn't put that in, but you could type in your DNS server and your gateway if you had a place for that, which would be a good thing to have. And so then for each of these you could just go in and look. Okay, here's our gateway and our DNS server. Again, they're static. Here's our MAC address, which is another really important thing to have written down somewhere. And you can see we're going to have a static IP6, version 6 configuration. So you can come in and you get a lot of information from these. And you'll come in and find this information just out anytime you need. I hope this helps. Good day.